Good morning, folks. Today is August 19. On Tuesday, I had a very interesting meeting with one of the employees of one of the wards in Chicago. This person was discharged from her place of work without any notice. But I want to discuss a lot of concerns of the residents of Orchard Heights in Chicago. I have two, well, more than two, but two to start with. Three actually, I'm sorry. Legal cases open starting next couple of days against the 14th Ward, 22nd Ward, 23rd Ward. Trying to look through the paperwork over here. Here I'm going to show you something, guys. I made police reports on all of them. This is for the 14th Ward, okay? This one is the 22nd Ward. A lot of neighbors, residents of Chicago coming to me and ask me to help them out in many different areas. Flooding, basically city services. Flooding, trash cans issues, tree trimming, busted sidewalks, properties being flooded, damaged windows, broken windows from the vibration and other issues. We live right by airport and by the railroad track, so we are being affected for years with this disgusting situation. So, you know, I'm not a professional. I'm just trying to give you a little heads up and also look for some suggestion from you guys. How do you deal with these things? Our city's people, offices, aldermen, they are not listening. They're just ignoring the residents and disabled people, senior citizens. Not all of them, but quite a few of us. And they thinking they have the immunity, protect them, and they just collect the money and collect the signature when the election time comes. But the residents of Orchard Heights, some of us, get fed up with this. Because it takes time when it comes in. The city don't wait. If you don't pay your taxes, you lose your house. But when it comes to the services, you ask for it, you can't find nobody. So, some of the residents came to the conclusion that we should file the lawsuits against some of those offices. And that's exactly what I did a couple weeks ago. I filed the lawsuits against 3 different aldermen. They're preventing me, Watchdog Group Corporation, Jerry, to represent the senior citizen, disabled people, busy people, hardworking residents. And they keep the doors closed, some of the aldermen's offices. Some of them will not allow me to set up a meeting for the residents and me being present with them at the request of the residents. That's the right to choose whoever they want to accompany them or translate for them. And these people at the public offices are denying them the right, basic rights. This is unacceptable. So I got my doctor coming in here today, and I'm going to discuss with him also some issues with my health, because my health is deteriorating from this kind of action that I'm getting from these officers when I try to help the residents. My blood pressure goes up, my sleeping disturbance, high level of stress and anxiety, eating disorders, which cause me gain weight, ongoing emotion distress. I spoke with my doctor numerous times, and my primary doctor, he's visiting, as I mentioned earlier. He's going to come over here at my house in about 4 or 5 hours. But also I reach out to a couple psychiatrists, which I already had about 4 sessions, to be honest with you, to discuss all this stuff that goes on. And one of them, let's see if I got the names over here. Yeah, one of this Dr. Tomilladwolu. That's one female psychiatrist that I spoke with. And another one is Susan Chan, Chan. It's another psychiatrist doctor. I was discussing this, how do I deal with this? I want to help the people, but at the same time, I got to be careful about my health. So, that's what I'm faced with. I got this couple court cases coming up. I was trying to get a fee waiver for some of those cases because I'm disabled, I'm a senior citizen. And I'm only on Social Security income. And the judge denied me because he didn't give me no explanation other than flat out says on 2 different occasions that my fee waiver was denied because I'm above the poverty level. It's not true. So I'm going to deal with that later on anyway. Right now we're going to see what the answer I'm going to get from the hearing upcoming in a few days. What else we need to put together, what kind of statements we need, and what kind of support I'm going to get from the neighbors. But meantime, if you folks have any idea and any suggestions to tell me how do we go about this, it's very important. I mean, we got a lot of stuff going on in our neighborhood, like in yours too, probably. We got prostitute going on, shooting, trats, all kind of stuff. All sorts of stuff. 8th District Police Department is trying to do their job, but they're not listening to us, the residents. We even tried to get in touch with the commander to let him know what happened. I understand, and the neighbors understand that some of these issues are hard to proceed and prove because the legality of it, and how do you prove, for example, prostitution? We got a lot of prostitution going on in our neighborhood. And I went to the alderman's office and I said, look, the prostitutes waving cars early in the morning, cars almost getting into an accident. We got condoms in front of our properties along the side of the curb of the street. Kids going to school trying to get into the car and say, Mom, Dad, what's this? So how is the parents supposed to answer that? We got beer cans, bottles everywhere. I know this kind of stuff going on everywhere, but this is our neighborhood. We live over here for 45, 50 years, and we're trying to look out for each other. And going back, I go to the alderman's office and I address the issue of a prostitute, for example, okay? And the person comes back to me and say, hey, Jerry, how do you know that this lady walks by the police squad car? We got that on video. She walked halfway naked, and the lady at the alderman's office tells me, Jerry, how do you know that this is a prostitute? Well, I kind of laugh inside myself, but I hope I didn't insult that lady. I mean, the employee of the alderman's office. I turned her back and I said, "Wow, I tell you how I recognized her was prostitute. She had sign on her forehead stating, 'Working lady for hire.'" Then I apologized. I said, "I hope I don't insult you." How the heck am I supposed to? Well, she's the ladies waiting the cars. Guys gotta get it into the car. Come on, you put 2 and 2, that's 4, not 5. And we live in this neighborhood. We got busted beer barrels, and we got condoms, packages left in our curbs and our streets in front of our property. But come on, what kind of silly question are you asking me? How we identify the prostitute? Yeah, well, all right. Another thing, we got shooting on video. Gangbangers passing through our streets in the middle of the night. Next day, the police got called in. They came into one of my neighbor's house, and he was trying to make the report of that. He's got the video pictures and everything, the whole thing, how that happened and this and that. A day later, yeah, okay. So the police comes into the house and talk to the person for 45 minutes, and the person is describing what took place. Here's the video, here's the pictures. And the police sits there for 45 minutes listening to everything. And at the end of the meeting, they say, "Well, we cannot do nothing. We don't have anybody. We didn't catch anybody." Well, the bottom line is, you got to address these issues, got to protect us. You got to look out for those things before somebody gets killed. "Oh, we cannot do nothing. We cannot do nothing. Well, sorry, but, we came over here and we enjoy ourselves for 45 minutes and we didn't do nothing." Well, anyway, folks. So that's what happened. And then another thing, we had another incident. Now, this is a good one. Oh, my God. I'm laughing because if I cry and my blood pressure goes up, I end up in a hospital, which happened to me a couple of times when I've been dealing with these issues. Another issue. Drive by middle of the winter, guy at night didn't like the American flag being placed in front of the resident, one of my neighbors. So he tore the flag up, stomp on it, and drove away. Well, some sick person or whatever, we left it alone. One day I go to the alderman's office and I show the video and the picture of this American flag being ripped off, stomp on it, destroy, and the guy drove away. First of all, you got stealing. Doesn't matter if this American flag or anything. Somebody tears something out from the residential property, private property, toss it, destroy it, and drove away. That's a criminal. But anyway, so I go to the alderman's office and I talk about a flag. Now we talk about a flag, okay? The employee didn't even mention about the criminal fact, destroying all people's property and driving away. We got back into the subject of the flag, American flag. I said, "Well, what do you think about American flag being, destroyed like that, or disrespect and this and that?" And that person, the employee, turns around and says, "Well, in the city of Chicago, this is don't hold me to it because I don't remember exact words, but I hope you will get the content of it." So as the conversation proceed with the employee of the Chicago office, I mentioned, "Well, what do you think about this flag being destroyed? Forget about just the item. I'm talking about the American flag now." And that person comes to me with the answer, Oh, according to the city of Chicago, that's okay because it's a matter of speech or something like that. I don't remember that. It's allowed. Bottom line is, it's allowed to destroy American flag. Well, I don't know if you guys agree with that or not. Those are two things: American flag and private property. If somebody tears something up from you, porch or something like that, and destroy it and throw it in the garbage and this and that, well, maybe you will say forget it. But what about if there was some kind of item that you left it that you enjoy it, you left it in front of your house, a cross maybe, or picture of your loved one, or some kind of memory thing. That's priceless. Those things are priceless to some people. And then somebody comes in and take it and destroy it and have fun with it and drive away. You don't do nothing about it? What's going to happen next time, you think? That person's going to come into your house and probably hurt your kids, hurt your loved one, and nobody's going to do nothing. Yeah, somebody's going to try to do something afterwards. But you know what it is? I got to tell you something. It's like a farmer. If you don't take care the seed you plant in the back of your yard or your farm or what have you, or your animal, if you don't feed the animal, if you don't feed the cow, you're not going to get no milk. The cow's going to starve and die. Yeah, sure, you're going to get a new cow. But if you don't have no milk, how are you going to live? How are you going to progress and proceed with your life and make your life better and build a new house and maybe own the business? You won't have the strength to do it because you don't have no food. So if the farmer doesn't take care of the cow, or doesn't take care of the seed, the grain will not grow. The tomato in the backyard will not grow. If you don't water that when it's drought or something like that, you're not going to have no tomatoes. So I hope you get my point. You think about it. I'm not going back into this legal things. We'll see. I keep you posted, let you know how the things work. And I'm going to go to one of the alderman's office. I think I forgot about this. I went to the police station, make a report about a couple of these incidents. And one of the officers recognized me. He said, "Hey, Jerry, what are you doing over here? You want another police report?" I said, "Yes, I want another police report. I want to report incident that happened. I got booted. I got threatened in one of the offices for no reason. And I need the police report regarding this incident." "Oh, I could give you," he responded, police officer responded, "I could give you 10 if you want to." I said, "No, I just one regarding that incident." So the guy got busy, went behind the counter, and after a few minutes he comes back. And the lobby in front of the police station, it's full of people. And officers behind the counters and so forth, and everybody heard him. Now listen to this. After he comes back, first he was kind of acting up a little bit and tried to, I don't know, get attention or whatever he was doing. I don't have no idea, but I could care less. I want my police report and this and that. Okay, so he comes back with the police report and he starts shouting. He said, "Hey, Jerry, you know how many ward officers you went to?" I said, "I don't remember. I go whatever I was asked to do, go and represent the residents of the city of Chicago." "Oh, you know what? You ever been in ward so-and-so?" I'm not going to disclose what number he mentioned because I'm going to the ward today. I have a meeting with the alderman to let him know what happened. So after the police officer, listen careful, say, "Hey, do you went to that ward?" He gives me the number. I said, "No, I never been there." "Oh, I'm glad you never been there. And I said, calmly, I said, why? Oh, you know, they are so corrupted that I'm glad that you never went over there. In front of everybody. Now, coming from the police officer, this kind of statement in front of the public, that's a big no-no. So I'm going to discuss this issue, what that word, older man, today, what kind of reputation he's getting. I don't care if that older man is good, bad, or whatever. No one deserves this kind of statements coming up from the police officer in front of the public. So you see, that's what our problems are. Well, not a problem, but the issues that we're facing. So folks, I'm going to have to go to my meeting, and I thank you for watching my channel, and I'll try to update you with some more information, let you know what the outcome's going to be with this. And again, I ask you to give me any suggestion. You'll be helping not only me, but you'll be helping my neighbors and everybody else. I work with people not only in Chicago, but I work with people across the United States and globally as well. I have people working for me, and this is not a joke. I work with people in Pakistan, Bangladesh, Japan, Nigeria, Africa. Over 40-some years plus. I've been in so many different situations, and I decided when I became disabled 15 years ago, well, I should say that I became disabled 15 years ago, but actually I started doing this about maybe 4 years ago. After my mom passed away, I got kind of sidetracked and got really bombarded, everything got into me. But then I said, no, Jerry, you cannot dwell on your situation, your disability. You got to wake up, you got to go and do something. And that's exactly what got into my head. I decided to help people. Instead of lock myself in a closet or, get a bottle of vodka as a companion, as some people do. I'm sorry, but that's what happened. I experienced that before. I decided to help people. And I hope I will get here. I will be here for a long time, and my voice will be heard. And together we could accomplish quite a few things. Okay, folks, so thank you for now. Bye-bye.